Canada's chief statistician forgets he's a public servant. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. I could jump up and down and say, hooray, looky at this. The head of Stats Canada says he's lost his independence, that Justin Trudeau and the Liberals aren't protecting it. But the simple fact of the matter is, Wayne Smith is not independent. He is a public servant. He's resigned as head of Stats Canada, saying that the move to have a shared computer system that includes Stats Canada compromises his department's ability to do their work. He wants a completely separate IT system just for his department, while the rest of government uses something called Shared Services Canada. So let me get this straight. The man that heads up the statistics department thinks he should get something that Department of National Defense doesn't get, that Foreign Affairs doesn't get. Yes, that's how important he thinks he is. I told you a little while ago that Smith was on a bit of a power play to try and get more power, more independence for Stats Canada. How much? Well, beyond wanting their own computer system, he wanted to have Parliament have no say in what surveys were mandatory and not, meaning it wouldn't be Parliament that would decide whether you go to jail for refusing to comply with a Statistics Canada order. It would be StatsCan themselves. They wanted to lose parliamentary oversight in other areas as well. Just as we're trying to rein in our intelligence services and make sure there's more oversight, the guy that heads up the statistics department says he wants less oversight. None of that makes any sense, but it does go to the idea that, well, Smith and so many thought that they were riding high after getting the Liberals to reintroduce the mandatory long-form census. Now, let's be honest, the mandatory long-form census didn't go away. We still had a census. We just stopped threatening to throw people in jail for it. And despite their hoopla about how it's the best census since 1666, it's within 1 percentage point the compliance rate with previous census or the National Household Survey. This is a department on a power trip, and now they've lost the guy at the top. Maybe the next one will figure out that just because you're the chief statistician doesn't mean that you are above oversight. It doesn't mean that you are better than everybody else. You are, at the core of it, a public servant, and everybody has a boss somewhere. Your boss just happens to reside in Parliament. Remember that.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.